Hey folks, Dave Dean Harvard W Designs here. So we made a mold yesterday. We're gonna go ahead and break it open and see how everything turned out. So tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off the flashing here because it's easier just to go ahead and trim it off while it's all in here. And okay, thought I lost you. The camera seemed to glitch a little bit. All right, I was going to put it back together and start over again, but I will not. All right, then we're going to go ahead and just trim here. And I can go back and cut that with scissors, that's fine too. And I will do that later. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up just a little bit. This is going to be a cut mold. And I need to see. Go ahead and trim that real quick. Need to quickly see which side's the back because I don't want to cut on the front and have a line up there. Just get that nice and cleaned up. I'll go ahead and do the bottom real quick while we're at it. Okay. So we'll just double check to make sure we know which is the back and which is the front. It's well worth taking the extra time just to verify. All right. So this ought to be fairly simple. We're just gonna start a nice little cut here. And we're gonna drop our X-Acto and not catch it because you don't want to catch it. Especially when it's got a nice sharp blade in it, because okay. We really don't probably need to go too far down to be able to pop this guy right out. So we'll go with that, and I'm just gonna do a quick visual. Oh yeah, captured all the detail just fine. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trim here just around the top. A little bit of silicone snuck in there. Might as well get that while we're right here, right now. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna go ahead and get in here on this next one. Let me see if I can get the camera in here a little bit so you can maybe see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it here, and then I'm gonna jagged little line here. This one's a pretty easy casting. To do the cut mold on. It's just a really simple shape. Let me pop that out of there. And then same thing again. We're just gonna start and pop that out of there. Set it aside. And then the last one here. Okay, there we go. Pop this last little guy out. And there we go. We've got ourselves this little cut mold that picked up a little piece of debris off the table that it won't let go of. So we've got that right there. You can see when I pinch this together, we'll close up those seams nice. So, all right, next video will be us doing our first casting with this mold. See you guys in a little bit. All right, so we're back. So here's what we've got. We've got our mold here. I just went ahead and put a rubber band around it to go ahead and cover up that seam. Rounded these corners here to help more evenly distribute the pressure. So I don't feel like we probably need to do anything else since these cuts are pretty shallow and small. So we'll just make sure that everything is lined up, because obviously we want this to be a good casting. Since this is the first casting of the mold, we're gonna have to figure out a few things. I went ahead and weighed the master models, and I have a rough idea of how much part A and part B we're gonna need here. So let's go ahead and go with this. Go. Okay, there we go. Now let's go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill these about half full. And then I'm gonna rock the mold. And what I'm doing here is I'm filling in those facial features to make sure we get a nice even coating on there. Oops. All right, there we go. Nice big mess, but that is okay. Just go ahead and swipe some of that here, and just wipe a little bit of that off. It doesn't matter very much because I have a little pour spout built into that, so I know that I'm going to be trimming that edge up anyhow on the sander, so it's all good. All right, we will return when we're ready to demold. See you guys in a bit. All right, folks, we're back. So here's what we've got. We went ahead and did the casting. Let's go ahead and get this thing demolded. It's been 15 minutes. And pull this casting out of here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. That captured all the detail. The nose is going to give me trouble. It was a concern of mine anyway. So I will just need to make sure that I give it the proper amount of attention to ensure that I don't catch a big bubble in there and that I can get a good casting out of these each time. So here's what it looks like if you want to see it. Okay. Now I just need to cast a bunch more. So what I'm going to do is, now that I know what I'm up against, what challenges I'm going to have, that I'm not having any more challenges than I anticipated, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple more molds and get the castings going on these guys. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for joining.